Individual tussles. Well, Rice has had 12 kicks, Dippy Domenico 11. Tells the story of that one. Towards Winmar and Tuck. Michael Tuck towards Morrison. David Grant beats him. Pulls it back low. Where are those fingers? There they are.
Tell you what, he's always a chance, isn't he? Doesn't matter where he is in a pack.
He's got Lockett and Langford down there, pushing and shoving. He decides to go long and low. Platten soccers off the ground. Dippy Domenico. Rice has left him 25 metres up the ground. His kick is wide. Too wide for Condon. Just head towards the boundary line.
Important, Sandy, that St Kilda have got two fairly fit interchange players, Kitchke and Russo. Hawthorn only have one, John Kennedy being hurt very early in the game.
It could be a telling factor because it's been played at a furious pace and it has been hard and tough. Ayres gets a kick down towards half forward. Ian Muller does well. Back towards the centre wing area, and Kane Taylor, who's kept Johnny Platten quiet, kicks into the centre. Now the chance for Pekin from 70 metres towards Lockett and Langford. Over the back it goes. Morris under pressure from low and rushed through for one behind by Andy Collins.
And another important score for St Kilda.
The margin now 8 points. 14-10 to 12-14.
Langford kicks into the outer side. Lovely kick. Oh, over the top was Muller. Interfered. Advantage could be paid. No, it's going back to the Hawthorn player, and it's Deer. He didn't take the ball from behind the man on the mark, so he must go back. Umpire very correct. Now he allows play to go on, and he kicks it to his brother Paul. Paul is just wide of the centre. Oh, great smother! It was on, and Winmar picked it up quickly. Couldn't quite get the kick away. Again, the hand pass from Paul Deer smothered. Quick stuff. Morrissey, Tuck, Cooper, Grant. Desperate stuff. You're in trouble now, David Grant, but he's up to it. Oh, the kick only goes up and under. Jeffrey. Back it goes to Greg Deer. He fumbles. He's slung off the ball. The kick goes to half forward. No mark taken. St Kilda defence are being asked, can you stand up? And yes, they can. They get clear. Coghlan screams goalwards. Kicks it out in front of Lockett. Now Langford. Lockett dives on it. Jimmy Cracker's there to give him a hand. Collins does the tackling. Cracker's kick goes to half forward. Still there a chance. Nixon's grabbed around the neck. I don't believe it. Oh, what a decision. At such a critical stage of the game and right in front of the umpire. Schwab takes the free kick.
And goes wide. Devonport an effective spoiler on Condon. Still kept in play. Listen to the crowd.
And this umpire was 50 metres from that incident on the defensive side with players really hiding what was happening. Morrissey coming off and Lawrence about to come on for Hawthorn.
There's the bounce. Lowe and Deer doing the work. Ayres certainly picked up plenty of possessions in his 200th game. He's been one of Hawthorn's great players. On centre wing, Laurie and Jenke. Muller. Great tackle on Paul Deer. Socket clear. Danger here. Jeffries overruns it. Dermot Brereton may get a chance. He does. Oh, where is it? It's behind my back. I've lost it, he says. He has lost it. And away comes Harding as he pumps it high. Winmar will fly. Can't take the mark. Hawthorn steady again as Anderson kicks towards Paul Deer. Claimed by Laurie. He slips to the turf. Gives it back to Pritchard. Kicks it high and long in towards full forward. And David Grant takes a spectacular mark on the last line of defence. Both defences being tested to the fullest. Harding taps down in front for Rice. He'll run into trouble in the form of Deer. Lucky not to lose it. So too Deer. Coghlan, claimed by Morris. Dippy Domenico a chance. Three of them there. This must result in a goal to Hawthorn as Condon kicks up towards full forward, but no, off target and one behind. Chance there for Anthony Condon. The Hawks creep one behind closer, 87 to 94.
And Jeffrey summed this up pretty well. Beautiful kick. He found Laurie. He could have gone to Devonport short. Laurie's hand pass goes to Muller. Muller thumps St Kilda within goal-scoring distance. No mark taken. The ball at the back. Tucker's read that marking contest pretty well. He gets back there and kicks it out short. Mark taken by Schwab. Schwab hand passes over the top to Collins. And Hawthorn with composure get it up towards the centre where Greg Deere takes the mark. He plays on quickly. A player on his own. It's sacrilegious stuff by St Kilda. A tight finish. How did he get there? Anderson. The kick into the forward pocket. And it's wide. Bounces over for a boundary throw in that right forward pocket.
Reminiscent of last week when Richardson was left alone in the square virtually.
Well, they really have to man up. They've got the lead and they've got to work hard to protect it. Ruck contest. Harding and Paul Deere. Pekin, hand passes to Devonport. Devonport kicks it without attempting at all to take possession. And it finds...
Good kick.
Well, it was in the finish. Sometimes they're a little risky because if they slew off the side of the boot and go out of bounds on the full, the opposition can kick it back. Boundary throw in. Harding gets it out. Anderson's caught, dispossessed. Conklin takes it away. No nonsense stuff. Oh, he's left it behind. Now he gets it out. Nixon. Left foot kick by Nixon into the pocket. Winmar. Somehow he got away from Tuck. And a good kick by Nixon. The mercurial Nicky Winmar. And I'd suggest he'd be half a chance from here. The windsock near the scoreboard indicating the wind blowing at his back. The distance, no problems. The accuracy, just not quite there, and it's through for another behind.
Hardly have to be told, do you? The crowd was hushed. 14-11 to 12-15. St Kilda lead by 8 points. Langford to the outer side, looking for his tall timber. Anderson, Ayres, sweeping it wide. Coughlin, he's run today. Hooks it over his shoulder. Dippy Domenico and Rice. Dippy Domenico wins this tussle. Jeffries doing the spoiling work from behind. Oh, Pritchard's lurking across that half-forward line, and he's got Condon. Danger here, he puts it out for Dunstall. That's a lovely kick. Jason Dunstall will have a shot from some 45 metres out, and this to make the margin just a couple of points. He's been well held today, having kicked just 2 goals. But an excellent chance here. Jason Dunstall shoots towards goal. Pretty good looking kick. He's put it through and back come the Hawks.
Here's a story sad but true about a girl that I once knew. She used to shop by running around to every single store in town. Ooh, there she goes, like to run around too. Oh. Hey, hey, oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, oh. Hey, oh, yeah, yeah, oh. She got tired of wasting a day. She found there was a better way. Let me tell you, she got wise. Now the pages saves a lot of time. Oh, hey, lots of things to do walking. That's what you should do. Just like Sue. Lots of things to do walking.
Give us a K. Give us a Z. Give us an F. Give us an M. And what do we spell? Variety. Real music variety. KZFM.
Who would have thought that just 4 vehicles could carry an entire Australian population? Who else but Mitsubishi?
A guaranteed 2-month term deposit at State Bank Victoria can earn you up to a high 14.6% 0.75% per annum. All you need to do is invest a minimum of $1,000 and relax for 2 months.
Say no, 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 you can't say no to this. You can't say no to this.
7:30 tonight, the mightiest motion picture the world has ever seen. Ben-Hur, winner of 11 Academy Awards.
You'll be strangling my people and my country, the whole earth.
The power, the passion, the decadence that was Rome.
The day Rome falls, there will be a shout of freedom such as the world has never heard before.
Jack Hawkins, Stephen Boyd, Charlton Heston. Never before has there been a movie more exciting, more breathtaking. Ben-Hur, 7:30 tonight on 7.
St Kilda lead by 2 points. It's been shaping like this for the whole match. Pekin gets it up towards half forward. Jimmy Cracker, Harvey nearly goes through with it. Taylor, left foot snap. It's marked on the line. No, it's not. It's through from behind. Well, Lowe, in endeavouring to stay inside the field of play, took the ball over for a behind. So St Kilda, they still lead. The ball kicked into the outer half-back area, taken over by Pekin. Dippy and Domenico appealing for a free kick. Umpire having nothing of that. Please throw it in. What a tussle.
Still 12 minutes to go, still anybody's game.
Lowe doing the ruck work against young Lawrence. Lowe gets the tap back. Cooper, Rice, Dean Rice, a kick across his body.
Kick.
St Kilda player, Laurie. Well, your comment, kick, obviously a credit for Dean Rice because the ball went about 40 metres, but more importantly, you had that feeling that he saw Laurie, and he certainly kicked it to that player's advantage. Laurie has it about 40 metres from goal. Grant Laurie, usually one of the real good kicks in the St Kilda side. He allows this to slip off the side of his boot, and it's through for a behind. Grant Laurie has kicked 1-1. St Kilda lead by 4 points, 14-13, 13-15.
Langford, again to the outer side. A good mark taken by Deere. Greg Deere, he lopes away, swings that left foot over the centre. Spoiled by Muller, is well done. Paul Deere is claimed. Muller soccers off the ground, down to St Kilda's 50-metre line again. Kane Taylor, he's done a great job on Platten, he's away from him again. Winmar, can't get clear.
Held, but he didn't have it.
And throw it in, said the umpire.
Well, it was a line ball, but Tuck certainly had hold of his jumper.
Lowe coming across to do the ruck work. Wants to pluck it out of the air, but can't. Taylor has done well to Devonport. Well, he kicked a goal earlier. Now Lockett.
Push in the back.
Yep.
And again, you have to give credit to the umpire who positioned himself just 10 metres to the left of the two players to make that decision.
Langford to take it at fullback. And there was no great demonstration from Tony Lockett. I think he knew as well. Harding in from the side. Hawthorn have got the players waiting. Anderson gets a hurried kick under pressure to Dipier Domenico. Shrugs one tackle. Now the hand pass to Deere. And again he lopes away. Again he goes across the centre. Jeffries and Brereton. The ladder takes it. The Hawks are going to get a wriggle on. Dunstall will be his target. Dunstall he finds. He's got that explosive 4 or 5 metres that just enables him to get far enough away from his opposition. And this to give the Hawks the lead. He's going for his 4th. Well, that's a shocking kick. Into the pocket. Brereton and Jeffries both having a hold on. The ball goes over the line.
Well, Brereton not too happy with the umpire or one of his teammates there, just pushing him out of the way.
Pressure is right on. It's being felt by all. Harding out the back. Devonport. The hurried kick. Schwab trying to smother the half volley. Ball breaks free. Platten a chance. Overrun by Laurie. He's got to go back in and get it. Platten does the smothering work. Out the back door to Coughlin. Frankie's away. Low. Winmar waited in front. So too is Platten. Could have been pushed. Gets it out, however. Taylor. Pekin. Finds Cracker. Can't get clear. Paddles it forward towards Nixon. And under great pressure from Andrew Collins, who really did work hard.
Terrific contest, Sandy. All players giving everything, putting bodies in where they're going to be hurt. Great stuff here. Last 10 minutes. Lawrence, Nathan Burke, a hand pass. Nixon tries to punch it on. Good smother. Ayres caught. Dropping the ball, and Ayres is penalised. Another very, very difficult decision. Play on now. Taylor gets his left foot to the ball. Kicks it to Lockett, who flew high. Too early. Kick out by Schwab. Dip to Domenico and Rice. The bounce favours Rice. Round onto the right foot. And he kicks a good one too. 50 metres to the goal line. At the back, Cracker. He goes. Where every good rover should be when the ball is kicked in high to the full forward area. Jimmy Cracker, he hasn't had many chances today, but he kicks what could be the most important goal of the afternoon. St Kilda lead by 10 points, and we've got 7.5 minutes left.
The crowd has erupted. 103 to 93. Can Hawthorn come back? They're a top side. They know what it's like to fight. Pekin threads his way through the centre. The Saints go down towards Low again. Can't take it with the one hand. Was he being held? Cooper, a hurried kick back towards the centre. Deere sets himself. Ayres is in front of him, and he takes the mark. Gary Ayres, 12 kicks, 15 hand passes. Brereton! The Hawks are fighting back. Dunstall in the square. He goes to the area. Crawley there. Oh, this might bounce through.
Goal.
It has bounced through.
Final approach.
BP is on the move. Right now, all over the world, we're redesigning our 20,000 service stations to make them every bit as advanced as the products we sell. We think you'll appreciate the changes sooner or later. BP, on the move.
A guaranteed 2-month term deposit at State Bank Victoria can earn you up to a high 14.75% per annum. All you need to do is invest a minimum of $1,000 and relax for 2 months.
Some car repair warranties appear to give a lot of coverage until you find out they actually come up a little short. But there's one that covers more repairs for longer than any other. The lifetime service warranty from your participating Ford dealer. It's Australia's best car repair warranty, and it's great to have it behind you. With Ford Care, you can relax.
What's important to you in business?
Information, and I need it fast.
So you use the yellow...
Oh, no. I use the Melbourne Big. It lists every business in Melbourne, and it's more up to date by months.
Is that your flight?
No, not mine.
Right, tell us about the braking system.
ABS, it's called. Anti-skid braking. You're in control all the way.
Morning. Hey, just out there before the door.
Yeah.
Look,
Did you see it?
What is that?
Isn't that
Beautiful looking thing. What is it? It's a Nissan.
The simply superb new Nissan Maxima. You said one day you'd own a car like this.
A Nissan.
The Sydney Swans, badly needing a win, clash with the all-conquering Melbourne Demons. Live from the SCG 2 o'clock Sunday on 7 Sport.
She's ready to leave Summer Bay.
Well, yeah, you know, I couldn't have you, so there's no point in hanging around, is there?
The only thing stopping Emma are her friends.
I just don't like what I've got here too.
Well, then stay. And loyalty to the one person who never gave up on her.
Don't fool yourself. Kids have very short memories.
Home and Away, Monday on 7.
Centre bounce again. Dia wins it. Coghlan has the run. Sweeps it wide to Laurie. The roar of the crowd goes up as Lockett backs back with Langford. Collins is there also. Taylor chances his arm. So too did Cooper. They are going in where Angels fear to tread. Platten's hand pass is too quick for Cooper. Platten is hurt behind play. Cracker. Dia. Rice and DiPierdomenico. He's too quick, Dean Rice. And he kicks beautifully. Finds Pekin. But he's outside 50. Rice has followed his play down. He goes short in towards the pocket. It's not a good kick. And the throw in to take place in the left forward pocket.
He may have been better kicking that long. Another hook kick to the front of the square. Boundary throw in. Low, standing up, the big man. Jimmy Cracker can't get through, but somehow he gets the hand pass away. Good play by Pritchard. Kicks Hawthorn back out towards the wing. Grant, it's punched away, but Devonport able to gather. And kicks and Kilda back towards the 50-metre line. No mark taken. Hawthorn have the players on the ground. Now, it comes back to Dia in the centre. A sneaky little hand pass over the top to his brother Paul. The kick to the advantage of Brereton. He nearly takes the mark. He's quick to recover. He gives it to Morris. Goal coming up to Hawthorn. Morris misses. Point blank range. 5 minutes left. Oh, Russell Morris. St Kilda lead by 3 points. Devonport, the youngster, comes to the members' side where the fans are situated. Nearly the mark to Harding. It is a mark. And he's played his heart out. Plays on quickly. Gives the hand pass to Laurie. Laurie's kick. Low can't mark. But precious seconds are wasted as Lowe takes it over the boundary line. Morrissey coming on, Platten being taken off. What a rare occurrence.
Well, I think he hurt himself a few moments ago, but Kane Taylor has done a great job on it. Throwing. Morrissey can't take it, neither can Lowe. Pekin, can he thread his way through? His hand pass goes to Schwab. Devonport spoils. Well done. Oh, played by Nathan Burke. And a clever kick into the middle. Only one player there, and it's Dean Rice. Towards Nixon. Oh, Nixon is clear. No, he's not. He gets claim. And a great tackle. Harvey now. High. In towards Lockett. He's charging to it. With him was Langford. Coghlan. Taylor going past. He'll have to just snap at goal. Lockett. Drops it. And then goes over the top. And he might just about suffocate that player.
That was the bulk to get the Hawthorn players out, and then he dropped the mark. He was an absolute certainty there, Tony Lockett.
Yeah, but it's very easy up here, isn't it?
I know, I realise that. I'm sure he's just a little disappointed it didn't stick.
Here's the bounce. What will he do? Lockett, he might just try and do it this time. Well, he's kicked it behind.
What a match.
This unbelievable. We thought last week was good. This is even better. 4 points the margin. Straight down the centre again. DiPierdomenico in front, and he takes a solid mark. Plays on. Gets his kick wide. Condon and Anderson combine. Time running out for the Hawks. Just on 3 minutes left. Rice. The hand pass away. But look at the pressure on Pekin. Dia gets boot to ball, but that is all. Coghlan goes through and is still going. Gets it wide to Devonport. He sends St Kilda towards Winmar. In front of him, however, is Tuck. And Tuck has done well.
So is Winmar there.
Cracker. Towards full forward, but very wide. And gentleman from St John's Ambulance Brigade just ducks his head.
Andrew Collins looking to play on, but he's got to give the ball back to Langford. Langford, a beautiful long kick. out towards the wing. It comes to the back. Dippy Domenico gathers. His hand pass is smothered, so Rice is pinned in. Pekin is dispossessed by Morrissey. Hawks are a chance. Morrissey's kick towards the far forward area. Frawley. Morris. Can he make amends for the last one? Morris kicks, and it just goes through. No, it's hit the behind post. So it's out of bounds in the left forward pocket for Hawthorn. There's 2 minutes left in the game. And Hawthorn, an opportunity for them to score. They can kick a goal, they'll hit the front. Morrissey. Oh, it's out of bounds on the full. A free kick to St Kilda. And a bit of good fortune there. The short kick. Burke. He's crunched. Unfairly, says the umpire, against Pritchard. Burke will take the free kick. Bang it long, son.
1:34 and counting down. Burke's kick towards Lowe. Lawrence went over the top. In front was Deer. The two big Hawks sandwiching the St Kilda half forward. Plays on to half forward. This is Brereton. Dermot Brereton will have a shot with just over a minute remaining. He will kick from almost 50 metres. He can be a match winner, Dermy. He's kicked 4. This to give the Hawks the lead. Brereton. Well, it's not a pretty looking kick. It goes into the square. It drops short. Devonport can't take it. Morrissey is claimed. The umpire calls play on. Look at the desperation. It comes out to Jenke. He has a snap at goal, and he kicks it behind. 35 seconds remaining. St Kilda lead by 3 points. And Laurie's going short. Harding goes over the top. They don't know how much time is left. It's ticking down, 25 seconds. The Hawks have got to get it back there to score. Was Cracker pushed? No, said the umpire. Picked up by Collins. In towards the centre. Ayres leads it. And the mark is taken by Deer. 13 seconds left. And counting down. Jenke's off. He's off. He handballs into the space. It could be very costly. Anderson, what can he do? 2 seconds. It could be over. It's over. Victory to the Saints.
What a game.
What a game, and the crowd says it all.
First time since 1979, St Kilda victorious over Hawthorn. The Hawks had won the previous 20 encounters. Lockett 5, Lowe 3, Nixon 2. The best for the Saints in goals. Brereton 4, Dunstall 3 and Anderson 3 for Hawthorn. John Platten has an injured knee. Scott Palmer more on that later. And the crowd 30,250 at Moorabbin this afternoon. Plenty happening in the world of sports, which we will see on Sports World tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock. That's my cue to introduce Bruce McAvaney. Bruce, good evening.
Good evening, Peter. You didn't mention the croissants tomorrow. They'll be out here as well.
I hope so, Bruce. We're getting them delivered yet, are we?
Absolutely, Peter. They taste very well on a Sunday morning.
I hope they do. We often have a few when we go up to Sydney. And speaking of Sydney, the World Cup, plenty happening in the world of hockey.
It isn't a big game for Australia tomorrow. We're playing against Germany. Germany unbeaten at the top of our pool. And we'll be talking to Brian Glencross, the gold medal coach from the Seoul Olympics and one of our leading players. So we'll have a good look at the World Cup from Sydney.
Bruce, I must get it back to football for just a moment. The mark of Nicky Winmar at Moorabbin this afternoon just about brought the stand down.
Well, I guess sensational is not a bad term. It was an absolutely brilliant mark. We have marks of the day tomorrow, Peter, and I reckon this one's got a very good chance of winning it. Let's have a look at it again.
Well, the tackling by both sides has been fantastic. Here's his immediate opponent, Dean Rice, to half forward, but Winmar! What a mark! Oh, sensational!
Pete, I reckon that's going to take some topping tomorrow, but Winmar's Mark will be reliving all those great marks and goals from the football.
Yes, magnificent grab, Bruce. Nobody on the carpet from that match, but in basketball, Ken Cole has his problems, doesn't he?
He sure does. He's facing 3 charges. We'll have the absolute latest on his tribunal problems. That case will be heard a little later on during the week, so Newcastle going with Ken Cole on the weekend, so he's got some problems.
And wrapping it up in motor racing, a big day tomorrow.
It is, with the 5th round of the Touring Car Championship from Lakeside. Sierra's not dominating as much this year. Jim Richards in with a chance. We'll be talking to Jim. So, Peter, a lot happening, and you've also got an excellent game coming up. I was at the MCG today. It was a beauty.
Yes, we have, Bruce, and I'll put the coffee on at 5 to 9 in the morning. Over 63,000 fans were at the MCG today. Old rivals Collingwood and Essendon. Back with that in just a moment.
McEwen's Big League Bargains are real winners. They're really kicking goals. Save $30 on skilled variable speed reversing hammer drills, only $189. Only $119 for a skilled 2-speed cordless drill and driver with quick recharge. Save $30. Save $30 on this revolutionary cordless power wrench, only $95. Save a big $26 on a powerful 184mm circular saw, a crazy $119. So join the crowd at McEwen's. You're on a winner every week with Big League Bargains store-wide.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little investors. The first little investor made some rather short-term decisions and, oh dear, the second little investor had what seemed like a good idea, but one day, as he was on his way to market, there was a terrible crash. Happily, the third little investor thought hard and decided on Brick Securities. And now he's not such a little investor anymore. Brick Securities, Australia's most established unit trust specialist.
See ya.
Why the Melbourne Big?
No contest, mate. The Melbourne Big is accurate. It lists every business in Melbourne, and what's more, it's months more up to date than Telecom's Yellow Pages.
Melbourne Big.
Give us a K. Give us a Z. Give us an F. Give us an M. And what do we spell? Variety. Real music variety. KZFM.
Motorsport's grand finals are on. Sunday, May 6th, the Thunderdome.
Next on Hinch.
Thousands of starving kangaroos have all but destroyed this national park. Now they are threatening nearby farms.
If a grazier had as many domestic stock on an area like this, the RSPCA and the government officials would come down on them like a ton of bricks.
To cull or not to cull, next on Hinch.
Here are tonight's Tats 2 results, just drawn under government supervision.
And welcome back. At the MCG, the Magpies were turning out for the second time in a week, this time against Essendon, and of course buoyed by their 1-point victory over St Kilda last Saturday. The Woods were going for their 5th win in a row. Last year, you may remember, their best being only 3, and the side strengthened this afternoon by the re-inclusion of Mullane, Kerrison and Kelly, although offset obviously by the late withdrawal of Peter Dacos. Essendon wasn't quite so fortunate. The loss through injury and suspension of Madden and Antrobus had depleted their following division, although the Bombers last year slaughtered them at VFL Park by 67 points when Collingwood was arguably playing its best football for the season. Tonight, we join the game with some 12 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and Essendon is leading by 5 points. Our commentators are Bruce McAvaney, Dennis Cometti and Don Scott.
Just 5 points to difference. Essendon leads Collingwood. Match of the day at the MCG before an enormous crowd. Somerville to Isa. Will this bounce through? It will, and it's a goal.
Well, them's the breaks. Izard gets another one, and Essendon 8-8 to 6-9.
That's classic ruck play, just classic ruck play. On a forward line, there is always a hole behind. And look at that. There he is. A good hit out. Looks at the open hand, straight over the back. Not much good when you're in a dominant position as Somerville was then to hit the ball back. Hit it back over your head. Well done.
56 plays 45. Somerville on the forward line, manufacturing a goal for the Bombers and Izard. This is Krasiska. Can Collingwood meet the challenge now as that soccer kick goes towards the outer side? Playing his 250th. Watson runs onto the free ball. The kick goes down towards the pocket, and Somerville, playing inspired football, comes up to take the mark.
Things starting to work for Essendon.
He's too far out to score. He'll kick from about 60 metres towards the pocket. Poor kick. It floats out of bounds on the full. It was intended for Spawn, but not much percentage in that. Lazy kick.
And Werner warming up on the forward line or on the interchange, and so is Manson.
Turner short to Christian. Still deep in his own defensive area. Just over 11 minutes remaining in this third term. Michael Christian sends play to the outer side wing. Salmon in from the side. Spectacular mark, Somerville. Two giants, both representing Essendon, converging on that one. The youngster took the mark, sends it back. They contest about 30 metres out. Monkhurst interfered with. He'll get the free kick. Wants to play on. This is Kerrison. Kerrison sends play back towards the outer side wing. Banks goes back with courage. Offhands it, spills to Richardson. Richardson goes in towards centre half forward. Who'll get there first? Mullane stretching to take that mark. Now he's called to play on. Pulls it across, looking for Barwick. Carries him off the ground by Anthony Danaher.
And the race is on. Barwick and Danaher. Danaher's tackle very good. Hamilton, Cransberg. Right. Great play by Danaher. It was magnificent. Izard off the ground. And Plains got it. But what about Danaher in the first place when he didn't push Barwick in the back?
What about the Collingwood effort? It's a 3-on-2 situation. They at least held the ball there.
Playing to centre half forward. Oh, Somerville. Watson. Mrs. Danaher. This is Neil. Kerrison. Gee, it's willing. I don't have to tell you that. You can see it at home. Morwood. Right. With some, no Gafer with some space to Banks. They've got to set it up now. McEwen's in the goal square. Banks is going to have to go over to Krasiska, who should kick a goal. Left foot, drop punt, and he does. Krasiska gets his second, and the Maggies are back in it. It's 7-9 to 8-8.
Well, as we can see, 5 points in favour of the Essendon team. This is just a fantastic game of football. The efforts of these fellows, then just not one of them is wilting. If they're not involved, they're at least chasing. They're not directly involved. They're trying to get involved by chasing, harassing, doing the unspectacular things. It's very hard to pick good players.
So the Bombers lead it now by 5 points. There's the time remaining. No concessions being made by either side still. Over the top, Manson. McGuan gets the kick away. Inside 50. O'Donnell spills the mark. Barwick put his head down. Claimed by Hamilton. Sliding in there was Tuddenham, and they tie it up and will have a ball up. Well, they played this sort of game last week, Collingwood. They fought out a thriller on this ground against the Saints. They won by a point.
Kelly going back to full back on Werner.
What a treat for the fans at the MCG last Saturday and again today. This is Hamilton with some time. Cransberg pursues it out towards the boundary. Richardson comes across and goes body to body. When they force the ball out of bounds, it will be thrown in once more.
Jamie Turner now at centre half back on Neil Danaher. Collingwood, if anything, have got a height problem.
Salmon and Manson decisively down by Salmon. Only as far as Keys. Hurried high kick. Terry Danaher. Timely defiant mark by the veteran.
6 marks and 8 kicks to Danaher. Just a short one and danger. McGuan, who's done well since he's come on. The handball wasn't good though, so a couple of mistakes. Long, bit lucky there that he didn't collect one. Salmon with a bit of time. The kick to Watson.
Krasiska in the front and takes a splendid mark and will get 50. No. Thought he might have. Krasiska from halfback. 14 kicks and 3 handballs. Manson almost. O'Donnell caught by Tottenham. Cransberg to Danaher. No options for Terry and a splendid tackle by Banks. Threw it away. Cransberg. It is frantic, but it's frantic football at its best. Spawn free kick against him. It was a bit unlucky. I think if he'd held the mark, it would have been his mark. Turner goes short and wide. Keys has Morwood running. Still to Morwood. Buick held it up well. Now Morwood. Pressure from Manning. Shaw. Quick kick. Hamilton underneath it. Barwick does well, but unfortunately for Collingwood, gives away a free kick.
Hamilton has been a resolute defender.
Oh, he's done a marvellous job. He's got the big job every week, Dennis.
A couple of bad signs for Essendon in that last exchange. A couple of their players wouldn't run to this grandstand side when Danaher, that was Terry, had the ball. Meantime, Keys gives it away. Turnover on centre wing then. Spawn gets the hand pass to Watson. Watson around the Magpie, goes long down towards full forward. Kerrison and Long. Long gets the hand pass away, back to Kickett. Kickett from 40 metres. It looks good. It's a goal. Derek Kickett, a star of this game, posts Essendon's ninth. They're 9-8 to 7-9.
Well, he's not as prominent as what he was, Derek Kickett. Here's Michael Long combining. Kickett, a good goal. He was involved in a bit of a smother on Mullane earlier, but he really did have a purple patch the second quarter, but nonetheless a timely goal.
62 to 51. Watson's handball to Kickett. Still Kickett. Will he kick another one? It's long and it's strong and he has... Has he? Yes, he has. Well, that is footy at its best. 10-8 to 7-9.
What can I say? I think the picture tells the story.
Well, he's taken this game by the scruff of the neck.
Well, he's a little bit quiet, wasn't he, for about 20-odd minutes, but gee, in the last minute, 2 goals. Oh, this is just a game of football.
And a little break opens up. It's 17 points. Not a lot in a normal game, but in a game like today, it could be substantial.
So we're back in the middle. The crescendo subsides for just a moment. What a game it's been. 68 to 51. Vital time now this, certainly for the Magpies. Somerville gets the hand pass away. Spawn has been lively, well shepherded by Kickett. He's inspired out there at the moment. Spawn an opportunity. Great tackle laid on by McGuan. Ball jarred free. Turn of the hand pass away to Shaw. Shaw the high up and under. Towards centre wing. Richardson used his body well. Found it on the ground. Then through the traffic. Brilliant stuff by Richardson. Hoisted high towards half forward. Out comes Mullane. And what a strong mark that was. Hits the ground running. Slung by Cransberg. The ball spills into the path of McEwen. Running away from his own goal. He props. Centres. Oh, great composure. And Tottenham's taken the mark. Well, McEwen, he sized up the options. And this was the one he settled on. Paul Tottenham on a slight angle 40 metres out from goal. Can bring it back to 11 points. Kick is to the left. Minor score.
7-10 to 10-8. Tottenham, who's kicked 10 goals this season, kicked 4 against Sydney and 4 against Footscray, but not one today. 52 to 68. Danaher looks for Terry Danaher and a good mark. Excellent mark. It's his 7th mark today.
He gives it his all, doesn't he, Terry? Even when he flew for that mark, he tries. Every inch of his body, his intent is just right.
And a wonderful career. Like Watson playing his 250th today. Good mark to Morwood. Salmon worked out of it by Christian, who used his body. Morwood short. Banks. Now Banks from half forward. Mullane on a lead. And should go back, and Collingwood need this one. They've missed 2 or 3 in this third quarter. McEwen's missed a couple, and Tuddenham has missed one. And they need this from Mullane.
Well, distance won't be a problem for him. He's a good kick of the football, Darren Mullane.
35 metres out. Not much of an angle. The drop punt. It's a good one. So Mullane gets his first. Collingwood get their 8th. It's 8-10-58 to 10-8-68.
Well, Darren Mullane.
Who can you bank on here on the land? Who will be there when you need a hand? Who can you bank on, come rain or come shine, when you've bent your back time after time? Who can you bank on? Who can you trust? You can bank on Westpac. You can bank on us.
Just as there are differences in the quality of suits, there are also differences in the quality of insurance policies. MMI Insurance. When you appreciate quality, you'll appreciate the difference.
Could your car insurance get you out of this?
He's got a clot in his leg again. I want to get him home somehow.
Aussie Assist, how can we help you?
Only RACV comprehensive car insurance now includes Aussie Assist, a unique 24-hour helpline.
Aussie Assist helps you cope with just about any crisis.
No, see your friend's doctor first. We'll take care of the travel arrangements.
Remember, Aussie Assist is free with RACV comprehensive car insurance. Switch your policy now.
What's going on? Oh, George bought me a new Elna press. It does the ironing in half the time.
This is the bed I like.
Oh, it's got an extra mini board for the fiddly things.
Elna Press. Beats ironing any day.
Seen piece new wheels?
No. What is it?
It's big.
A big what?
Big 5-seater. Sue loves it.
So he didn't get his truck, eh?
Yeah.
So... what? He got both?
Holden Rodeo crew cab from $18,905.
The news service for the 90s is a big responsibility. But I know we have what it takes to be that for our viewers. Because we have the people. We have experienced journalists. We have teamwork. We're committed. We want to be the best reporting team in Melbourne, and I believe we're well on the way.
Back to the MCG now. At the start of the last quarter, Essendon leading by 9 points.
So the famous MCG roar, 59-68. Collingwood to right of screen. Salmon with a tap. Quick handball by Manning, didn't go very far. Buick, who's only had one kick and one handball. And as Michael Roberts said, Sheedy wanted to lift. Izard, quick kick to kick it. Who has been a star with 12 kicks and 10 handballs and 2 unforgettable goals. Oh, look at that. 70 metres, almost by Werner. Plain in the pocket. Hooks it back with a left footer. Neil Danaher. Kelly gives away a free kick.
Oh.
Gee, that's a tough one.
My word, it was a tough one. I thought players on that occasion only had eyes for the ball. We'll look at this. But Kelly looked at Danaher coming, but I really don't think the intent was to give away. I know it wasn't to give away a free, but nonetheless, he's got it.
And goals. Kicks his second. And the 11th for Essendon, 11-8. to 8-11.
Well, he might have run out a bit of leg speed, Neil Danaher, because of those crippling injuries over the years. But he kicked a beautiful goal in the second quarter on the run, and that time through the aid of a free kick from Craig Kelly, his second goal. And he really does make them count close to goal.
So the margin is 15 points. The biggest it's been today was 17 midway through that third term. Can Collingwood come back again? Rucks go at it. One down by Manson. Knocked on by Gafer. Terry Danaher. Socket off the ground by Richardson. Inside 50. Taken by O'Donnell. Gets the kick away. Out towards the half-back flank. Keys, the first to arrive for Collingwood. Pushes it their way. Tuddenham with some time. Chips in short. Banks. Now Banks would be about 40 metres out from goal. But when he kicks, he'll be close to 50. It'll take a very good kick from here. Dennis Banks. A lot riding on this effort. Collingwood desperate for the next goal. Looks good. It's going left. It hits the post. Just eased away to the left-hand side and hit the post halfway up. 11-8 to 8-12. Essendon lead.
By 14 points. Anthony Danaher to boom one back in, if he's true to form. Spawn very wide on the members' flank if he wants him. Just taking his time. Now away. Didn't really get onto it. Izard. Moore would put the pressure on. Banks. Right. Krasiska. Shaw. Izard with him. Barwick. High one. Salmon underneath it.
He's too big. He's too big.
Well, Tuddenham was in front of him, but when you're, 6'9", 6'10", and got big, strong arms, you can take those marks. Turner at the back. Watson off the ground. Krasiska. Turner. Will it sit? McGuan. Left foot pass. Good one. McEwen. Shrugs off Izard. Then a high one. Mullane versus Danaher. Danaher did very well. Hamilton. Kick it. One bounce. Ducks his head and gets away with it. He's playing on inspiration. No question about that. A bouncing ball. Manning. Still no free kick. Spawn. Turner. Collingwood stand firm. It sits for Manson.
Manson through the centre. Evades kick it. Long kick inside 50. Kransberg's in front. Knocks it away. Hamilton arriving on the scene. Great stuff from Salmon. Back towards Kransberg, who in desperation goes for the boundary. It was about 15 metres away. I doubt they could pay that.
Oh,
the ball will be thrown in.
It's going to go right down to the wire.
Collingwood aren't done with yet. Boundary throw in. Salmon, who had a superb second quarter, should get a free kick here. And will.
He's done a great job today, Salmon. An intelligent job.
Asking a lot of Banks in that exchange. Across the ground goes the kick. Right, superbly done, going back with courage. Finds it on the ground. Chips it around the corner. And the mark is taken by McEwen. McEwen about 40 metres out. McGuan runs on. This is McGuan. 20 metres out. Stabs at goal. The Magpies are back in it. Collingwood, their 9th goal, 9-12, trail Essendon 11-8.
Well, we've sung the praises of Kickett on that occasion. That was his man, McGuan, who kicked the goal. Where was Kickett? On his hands on his hips at centre-half forward. There is his man kicking the goal. All right to be attacking, but you've also got to be defensive. And Derek Kickett wasn't on that occasion. Good play by McGuan.
8 points in it. The Magpies within 8 points of the Bombers. Kickett. Got some distance. But Turner, who's been very steady today. Krasiska to Wright, who has some space. One bounce. Little one. McEwen.
That was good skill by Wright then at full bore, chipping it with the left foot. Good lead by McEwen.
Missed a couple in the third quarter. This will be tough. Long way out. Drop punt to the goal square. Hamilton, free kick going to Danaher against Banks.
They've got a problem down there, Bruce, with height, Collingwood.
Banks bodied him out with the ball a long way away. Somerville in the front spot. Christian over the back. Advantage played on O'Donnell to Long. One bounce. Two. Centres it. Werner in the front spot. Kelly at the back. Neil Danaher. Keys. High left foot. Kept his balance. It's going to be a tough one. Tuddenham. O'Donnell. Manning. Goes wide. Krasiska with Watson. And Shaw and Buick. He's only had one kick. That's a handball. Misses Plain's body. Kelly misses it. Plain to Buick. Will he kick a goal? Left foot misses. A behind.
Very, very lucky, Collingwood. Craig Kelly should have just kept going. A smaller man in front of him and just gone straight through him and taken the ball as well. Very lucky to get away with a point.
Aaron Buick has had a bad day. Superbly held and run off by Tony Shaw. This is Kerrison driving it towards the outer side, reaching over the top. Turner takes the mark, hits the ground running. Superb hand pass. McGuan's away. A second bounce. He's running towards half forward. A third. They've got to peel off and come and meet him. Could almost be holding the ball. Hamilton did marvellously. In goes Kickett, a strong tackle on Shaw. They scramble after it. At the base of all of that is Hamilton. And they're very optimistic, the Collingwood players asking for a free there.
And Kickett will have to lift his game, Dennis. That's the second time that McGuan's got away from him. He'll have to be a little more defensive.
He's a tired man. Perhaps they should look at shifting him out of the centre. This is Banks. Grenvold keeps it in front. Great desperation from Wright. Grenvold emerges with the ball. Izard comes away towards half forward. Burns in open space. Burns with some time. Inside 50, and the mark is taken by the leading Werner.
Well, you can't do anything on that occasion. Kelly could not do a thing. A great kick. And when the ball's out in front, you see there Werner took the ball out in front of his face. There's just no way known you can punch the ball away. Look at that. No way known. You stick your bottom out. He cannot get over you. A good mark and a good pass too. Good lead too.
He's a tall man. He's quick. Hard to defence when the ball comes in like that. So Michael Werner kicking at his second goal, and this will make it hard for the Magpies. The lead is currently 9 points. Werner's kick is coming back nicely. The margin is back to 15 points.
Prepare final approach. BP is on the move. Right now, all over the world, we're redesigning our 20,000 service stations to make them every bit as advanced as the products we sell. We think you'll appreciate the changes sooner or later. BP, on the move.
Australian Airlines isn't just back to normal, it's better than ever.
With advanced new aircraft for greater comfort.
New flight deck lounges that are even bigger and better.
Because our customer services program means that we know what you want.
So if you want to see why we're Australia's leading airline, you should see us now.
Oh, you should see us now. Look at the way we fly. We're lifting up our tails and heading for the sky. So we'd like to show you how Australians done it. You should see us. Come on and try us. You should see us. Come on and fly us. 'Cause you should see us now.
King G Workwear. Made to handle anything.
come close?
King G Workwear. If they were any tougher, they'd rust.
Caravanning, a lifestyle for all ages. You'll be surprised how much caravans have improved. See for yourself at this year's Caravan and Camping Show at the Royal Exhibition Building. Play the Holiday Australia quiz in the upstairs gallery to win your choice of either a Roadstar Little Ripper or a Roma pop-up, plus BMX bikes to be won daily. Check the Sun for details. There's lots to see, from all the latest pop-ups, campers and relocatable homes to all sorts of holiday ideas.
Holiday Australia, the Caravan and Camping Show.
On now.
She's a cop living in a fool's paradise.
I love you. You know that.
Because she's living with a crip.
You don't regret moving in, do you?
And she's in trouble with the boss.
It's the CI's file on Tom.
Sensitive, aren't we?
Who are you investigating, Tom or me?
Her own workmates are stunned.
Half the station thinks she's flipped a lid.
And the mob are out to get him.
Why don't they leave you alone?
If they meant it, he wouldn't get a warning.
But Sergeant Pauline Reardon is in for a terrible shock.
Oh, God.
On Skirts, 7:30 Sunday night on 7.
15 points of difference, 12-9 to 9-12, Essendon lead. Wright playing his heart out. Again, no height for Collingwood across half forward. Hamilton, Kransberg. Watson on a lead. 250th, and he makes it. Play on. To centre half forward, Kerrison, courageous. Quick handball. Turner, who's been good at half back today. Manson in the front spot. Tuddenham, Banks, Mullane. Well done, Kransberg.
Well done. Gee, that was a good effort, wasn't it?
Played well in defence, Kransberg. Recruited as a centre half forward.
Number 39 in the draft too. So he wasn't a top priority.
So 66 to 81. Salmon. Collingwood must get the next goal. Long. O'Donnell. Get some distance with a torpedo. Somerville in the front, Christian at the back. Buick and Kerrison still in play. Free kick to Kerrison at centre wing.
Not much doubt about that one. Shane Kerrison has tried very hard. Not a good kick. Wobbles down towards half forward. Terry Danaher got a fist on it. Cleverly done by Long into the path of O'Donnell, who was ridden into the ground. Back it comes from Watson, but it's not his to give out. It'll come back to O'Donnell. Always thinking Michael Long. That little soccer was done with intent, no question about that. And here's O'Donnell. Reaping the legacy. Goes long towards half forward. In front Somerville. Izard fell over as he tried to kick. Shaw, who's been outstanding. To Wright, who's played well. Diving mark is taken by Keys. Despairing lunge. Terry Keys, right half back, kicks high, just forward of the centre line they contest, spills off hands, Collingwood 3-on-1, Wright to Krasiska, he runs at them now, Krasiska, long kick, they've got the numbers back, Essendon, it clears McEwen down there, Terry Danaher can tidy up, to kick it, and kick it away, possession number 27, a second bounce and a third. Daring them to come after him. He kicks it down towards half forward, and the mark is taken, well, almost out there by Werner. He goes again. He wrestles after that ball, and the umpire has no alternative.
Still being played at great pace this game, despite the pressure all day. 66 to 81. Longhurst and Somerville. Watson and Morwood. Tapped on by Burns. Kerrison. Quick kick looking for the boundary line. Still in play. And Izard forcing it out.
Just watching the players behind play, Bruce. They're all on their knees. They're looking at the ball. They're tired. They've really thrown themselves in. Gee, it's been played at a hectic pace.
Well, less than 14 minutes remaining. Collingwood desperate to get a goal. Free kick against Monkhurst. Somerville.
He's done well since he's come on.
In between centre wing and half forward. Closer to half forward. High one. Playing at the back.
Oh, in the
Free
back.
kick, not paid. Gee, stiff there, Collingwood. Spawn. Round his body. Snapshot is a good one. Turner's got to touch it, and he has not. It's a goal. Well, that's going to make it tough. 13-9 to 9-12.
Well, I believe that Bradley Plain on that occasion might have infringed against Christian. The ball's come to pack, and the finisher is Karen Spawn, who has had quite a good game on that wing. And now he's starting to come off, so that's an interesting move.
The biggest lead of the day as Buick comes out of the centre and kicks his side towards half forward. Kerrison an opportunity behind. That was Burns flying by. Kerrison out wide. Mullane's got it forward of centre wing. Mullane spears the pass down towards the pocket. Banks, great mark.
Manning's on to Dennis. He's gone to the forward pocket, replacing Karen Spawn, who kicked the last goal.
No justice. Banks down towards full forward. Barwick got his fingertips to it. Barwick's getting a free kick.
And good use of the body by Barwick. Good use of the body. He was in front. You don't have to be a big fellow to play in front. He's got a very strong body, Doug Barwick. Look at that.
That's a good decision.
Put himself in front.
I think that left arm of his shadow today, Hamilton, was creeping over the left shoulder as well. So Barwick.
Will he try the check side?
Not much space visible. Hamilton stands the mark. He does, and he's missed, I think, to the near side. He has. He pulled it back very abruptly. 9-13, 13-9. Lee Matthews looks on. His 5th season as coach of the Magpies.
Barwick kicked 2 goals, 1 today.
Those fingertips belong to Kevin Sheedy. Kick, a massive one. Izard bounces off his chest. Terry Danaher's got it. Swings it out wide. Bounces obligingly for right. Stolen by Neil Danaher, who kicks inside 50. The target is Somerville, and he takes the mark and a little bit more.
Well, the value, especially in the last quarter, of a big fellow. The other fellows get tired. The smaller fellows get tired. They just can't jump as high. And a good mark under a lot of duress, Peter Somerville.
Moments before, Wright had the opportunity on the wing. A couple of famous names on this ground. Wright and now Somerville. There goes the kick from 50. It's a great kick. It's a goal.
Today's match is part of the CUB AFL 1990 Premiership season.
And at the siren, it was the Bombers home by 26 points. For Essendon, Werner, Neil Danaher, Izard, Kickett and Somerville each getting 2 goals. Barwick got 3 for Collingwood. Michael Long on report. In the other matches today, Carlton home from North Melbourne by 30 points. Sartori 4 and Hawker 3 with Kernahan also 3. Longmire got 6 for North Melbourne. Mark Hepburn on report, 17,761 at Princes Park. At Cardinia Park, Geelong by 71. Buse 4 and Hinkley 3. And for Brisbane, Harris got 3 goals. Roger Merritt is on report there. And the battle of the clubs that were going to merge last year, Footscray winning by 32 points. Grant and Coleman each getting 4. The Fitzroy singles to Wine, Rendell, Kickett, Kapler and Lyon.
Time now to check the CUB AFL Premiership Season League ladder.
Some new blood at the top. Melbourne and Sydney to play tomorrow, but the West Coast and St Kilda throwing out challenges to the established clubs. Melbourne, West Coast, Essendon, Hawthorn and St Kilda in the 5. And the ladder shaping up very, very interestingly with 1 match to go to complete round 6. Scotty Palmer joins us on AFL Today after this break.
McEwen's Big League Bargains are real winners. They're really kicking goals. Save $30 on Skill variable speed reversing hammer drills, only $189. Only $119 for a Skill 2-speed cordless drill and driver with quick recharge. Save $30. Save $30 on this revolutionary cordless power wrench, only $95. Save a big $26 on a powerful 184mm circular saw, a crazy $119. So join the crowd at McEwen's. You're on a winner every week with Big League Bargains store-wide.
If you're a small businessman like me, you know the value of a great deal. And boy, do Ford have a great deal at the moment. They're giving dealers cash to move these vehicles. On top of this, the dealers are offering their own discounts. Take this 4.4 metre Maxi Econovan. I would, if I could drive. It's only $15,220. Crikey! Talk about a good deal.
A guaranteed 2-month term deposit at State Bank Victoria can earn you up to a high 14.75% per annum. All you need to do is invest a minimum of $1,000 and relax for 2 months.
Painting a vase of flowers isn't all that difficult, but some do it considerably better than others. It's the same with insurance companies. MMI Insurance. When you appreciate quality, you'll appreciate the difference.
Being a chum is fun, that is why I'm one. Always smiling, always gay, chummy at work and chummy at play. Laugh away your worries, don't be sad or glum, and everyone will know that you're a chum, chum, chum. Sorry,
That's if you're with paper.
You can tell your dad.
Hey! He's ready.
Great value chum. Still as chumpy as ever.
How it flicks.
The next time you buy a carpet, remember a few things about the fibre it uses. Remember, only one carpet fibre is natural, so only wool carpet naturally resists dirt and grime. Naturally resists heat and flame. Naturally resists liquids and spills. Soil resistant, flame resistant, liquid resistant, wool. When you buy your next carpet, remember, only wool can do it.
And welcome back. Plenty happening in the world of football after the matches today. Let's check out to see what is the situation. As we say, a very good evening to Scotty Palmer.
Good evening, Pete.
Let's go to VFL Park first, Scotty, in the battle of the merger clubs. Fitzroy, well, they're not looking good at the moment. Did Wiegard have anything to say?
Yes, he said there'll be no witch hunt or bloodletting there. We were asking him about the coaching of Rod Austin, and he said Rod's got a contract for the year, and that's it. Wiegard copped a few raspberries from the Footscray supporters today, but he said good luck to them. They deserve to win. But there's problems out there, obviously, and there's going to be a lot of meetings over the next week, of course. Neither club mentioned the merger before the game today, but I think it was in the players' minds, Pete.
I'm sure it was. Scotty, I'm just going through some of the injuries here down at Geelong. The Bears, it reads like the Battle of the Marne almost.
It does too.
Some of the injuries are incredible.
Andrew Taylor is in Geelong Hospital tonight and will be there. He'll be out of action for 8 weeks. He's got a ruptured spleen and a couple of broken ribs. Peter Davidson copped a bad knee today. Michael Kennedy was actually given oxygen to keep him afloat during a concussion spell. And Gavin Keane was concussed also and was told when he had to go back on the ground not to go near the ball. The other players injured today were Richardson, Harris, Roberts and Merritt. And of course Merritt has to face the tribunal tomorrow morning.
Down at Moorabbin, of course, 30,000 fans, and I think probably 90% of them St Kilda. First time they've beaten Hawthorn since 1979, and well, they've got to be pretty happy down there tonight.
They really are. Ken Sheldon said for the first time that they have to look at themselves as a final 5 proposition. That's really good news for the Saints. They're ecstatic tonight. And he told them at 3/4 time when the game was in the balance that they've been in that position twice before and then they had to get out of themselves, and that's exactly what they did. There's a couple of injuries down there. John Kennedy of Hawthorn has a badly gashed calf and could miss a few matches, and Greg Deere copped a gash in the hand today. Tony Lockett stood on it, so you can imagine what that's like.
What about Platten, Scotty? He left the ground.
Yes, Platten came off in the 25-minute mark of the last quarter, only 11 kicks, but they deny that he's carrying a knee injury. They said he's just a bit out of form, but there might be something there, Pete.
Scotty, we've only got about a minute left, and the other 2 games, can we sum up quickly?
Well, Essendon coach Kevin Sheedy said with that personnel he had on the MCG today, it was probably one of the best wins that he can imagine at Essendon. And he had Derek Kicker coming on beautifully. He said, he's learned now the attacking game as well as the defensive game. Bomber Thompson pulled a hamstring there. And at the Blues, Alex Jeselenko said it's the first time for the whole season they've played 4 quarters of football. Schimmelbusch said that he's got Mark Hepburn on a report charge tomorrow morning. The umpire was a Brisbane mate.
OK, thanks, Scotty. It's pretty hard to pick winners at the moment, isn't it? We hope you've enjoyed the coverage of round 6 and still one match to go to complete round 6. It should be a beauty too at the Sydney Cricket Ground tomorrow between the Sydney Swans and Melbourne.
On the 7 Network, see it before it's banned. Wednesday, a visit by the old dragon.
Your father died a happy man.
Yeah, of course he did. He finally figured out how to get away.
When she destroys Dad's love life, there's only one way out.
That's it. Don't try and stop me.
What are you doing?
I'm running away from home.
Then on Full House, Michelle's growing up.
Who let you out of your crib?
I let me out.
I mean, you climbed over the bars and jumped down all by yourself?
You got it, dude.
Can they stop the Great Escape?
I'm gonna tickle it out of you.
Hey Dad and Full House, Wednesday night on 7.
Why would she marry the man who destroyed her family? Just revenge or murder? Roses are for the rich. A mystery with a twist. Sunday.
The 1990 AFL Premiership season is proudly brought to you by BP, On the Move. CUB, one of the world's great brewers. Westpac, you can bank on Westpac. McEwen's, you can do it with McEwen's. And 4 and 20, the great Australian pie.
On 7 Sport, it's the AFL Match of the Round with the clash of Melbourne and the West Coast Eagles from the MCG. Last week, the Eagles moved to the top of the ladder after winning their first ever match at the cricket ground, although the Tigers certainly made them work hard for the points. Melbourne, however, lost its first match for the year last Sunday against the Swans, and tonight must win to again hope to head the table. The top 2 battle it out under lights in exclusive AFL action on 7 Sports. Yes, a very good evening, everyone. The AFL season moves into round 7 tonight, and from the MCG, it's the clash of 1 and 2 on the Premiership ladder, Melbourne and the West Coast Eagles. Indeed, from the league's point of view, it was a very promotable contest. The Demons keen to make amends for their poor performance last week in Sydney, while Eagles coach Mick Malthouse had been outspoken on more than just one issue during the week after the club had won its first match on the MCG only last Friday against Richmond. Both teams had made changes. Grinter and Lovett in at Melbourne for Jay Varney and the injured Brian Wilson, while Ugle and Mainwaring made way for Miles and Peter Matera for the Eagles. Our commentators tonight are Dennis Cometti, Drew Morfitt and Bert